Hello again, and thank you for tuning in to one of Leverage Monkey's analysis updates on Bitcoin. Um, so I'm going to go a little bit into where we're at now and what the possibilities are. So let's get into it. Today, you can see we wicked below this wedge pattern here. So pretty much Bitcoin, I'm on the daily in the next 3 hours and 22 minutes. Should close above 30,000, about 30,000. If it doesn't, then it will be outside of the wedge, basically falling down outside of the wedge. A breakout to the downside would possibly be considered, and we may see further selling. But if you look here, there's still more room for the wedge to continue being worked. There's still plenty of room, and so far um, with the pattern, you can see we've been utilizing a lot of the time. We've been pretty much here for a while, so there's still more room to run. I anticipate we could possibly continue inside here and not see the break up or break down yet. If you notice, the pattern goes down here, hits, goes along, goes towards the top, comes back towards the bottom, comes along here, comes down. So it's quite possible that it could start to go up here and break through the top, or it can bounce along here and fall out the bottom. Right now, breaking out the top, depending on how many more sessions. This is on the daily. So we got one, uh, let's see, 20th, 21st, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a maximum of a week. We could stay in here. So in the next week or so, we're gonna get something. Less than a week. Um, there is possibly some good news coming with, I guess, Elon Musk and someone else. Oh, Square. They're gonna start working on something or another. So that could be a catalyst of some good news. It's been a while since we got any good news. Anything possibly could set off something and start a short squeeze. So pretty much we're looking at 31,500, 32,000, somewhere in there right now. If we break above there, we could see a rally up. So I have put on here the fib retracements from the 28,600 low to the all-time high. And the reason I did that is because in the last videos I talked about this green line, which is the 21-month EMA. In past cycles, if you look, we have come down, we get close to it, but then there's a rally. And that bounce back rally usually goes, if you look, it goes up to the 61.8. So that's what it's done in the past cycles. If you look, I put a blue line here vertically showing when the decline started. If you look at that decline there, and you look at the decline that we have now, they're pretty identical. You can't really see it probably here. Let me see if I can get it down here. Get rid of these. I should have got rid of those before I started. So if you look and I scrunch it down, they look pretty identical. You have the bounce here that goes up. You have the come down and the bounce up here that goes up. And then you have basically the channel that moves it down, the channel that moves it down. I had a drawing of that channel prior. For those that have been with me for a while, they have seen that channel that I had that diagonal channel that I had that stayed in. So that came all the way down and basically went into this wedge pattern. So a bounce to 61.8 from here would be to 42, 4, 640. That could be where it gets to. It could not quite make it there. It could be a false breakup and then go back down. Like I said, for those voids here, the void, liquidity void here, and the liquidity void there. With the fractal scenario, we get a bounce from the 55 EMA, which if I put it on here, let's see. Nope. Nope. Come on. If you put the 55-week EMA, which is 385, 385. The 55-week EMA here in turquoise is right here. So a bounce from the 55 EMA. If you look at the past cycle here, the old all-time high, you can see it came down, broke just below it, and then went for its rally. This time it's a little bit different. Of course, we came down, we broke below it. Like I said previously, we didn't get that rally that we normally get. And it continued into this, what looked like a Wyckoff accumulation, but then immediately went into a distribution with an Elliott corrective wave triangle. For Elliott wave 4, that ended about here. Elliott wave 4 here. Corrective triangle ended here. When it dropped below the 32,700 is when the triangle completed. And then it slowly has been drifting lower ever since. So that is a possibility that here we stay above 30,000, about 30,000 for the close. Very important. And then we have time to work the rest of the wedge and possibly go up to the top. And with some accumulation, there would be some people buying, and then break through that to go ahead and go towards the 61.8 and get that bounce that we didn't get earlier before completing the fractal bounce from the 55 EMA to the 161.8, curl back over, and then go down to fill the liquidity void. That is a possibility, or we can just break down from here. That's the other possibility. So those are the two scenarios, and that's the update for July 20th, 2021. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And if you haven't followed me already on Twitter, @LeverageMonkey. And thank you and have a great day.